Let's get right into it. What's going on in our universities today? There's a major cultural shift that just happened before our eyes. This one escaped the radars of so many. What's going on with Mike Johnson? How did Elon Musk come to this conclusion? And how did Biden say this out loud without being absolutely shellacked? University of Iowa has changed. Changed for the better or changed for the worst? What's going on with our degree programs? Something is dying culturally, and you and I can feel it together. I've never been more pumped about America and its future in a while. I'm hoping things change. Are you hoping for the same? It's even having a ripple effect in our colleges. But first, whatever's going on in colleges today. What's up, Professor? What's up, Willie? Watch this clip.
The end, but my dad always said you can't spell funeral without fun. And there's something that he insisted for as long as I can remember that he wanted to happen.
What was that?
At his funeral.
What?
So for those of you who knew him, you will understand.
Yeah.
If you didn't know him that well,
okay.
You're about to. So, here you go.
Okay. What's going on with this funeral? What did he do? What is she doing?
Let's go lick the world.
Trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say, it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
Suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all of our folks stepping on them? That's black.
I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.
Begging for our enemies to penetrate.
Trump incited an erection.
COVID-19 heal for checkup.
Cis-het white males.
Yeah, and so
Oh, I hate those.
Even I won't buy bacon anymore. It's too expensive.
And then punches him in the chest.
Why did your friend Jim Comey let you off so easy?
I need a dick. He's an opponent.
COVID isn't over, and the pandemic isn't over.
It's not over, COVID. It was never over. But you're not allowed to say hip hip hooray because it offends people with hip surgery. That's what I just found out today.
Joe Biden is.
If you have hate in your heart, let it out. I'm canceling your visa and I'm sending you home. No questions
You're out of here, mister.
Leave it on maggot extremists.
Can you guys think possibly of a more scary? What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. How are we feeling? What's up, Steve? What's up, Neil? What's up, Rob? Ain't no party like a bone down shank party. Dude, this video is so funny to me. Oh, have you ever thought about things that you would want to do in your funeral to make people laugh? That's such an important day. Is your last day alive forever. What will you do on your last surviving wish? What would you do? Things are happening differently in our culture and in politics and what's going on in our universities, more or less. There has been a ridiculous degree that has been floated around that is ultimately down to its griftiness of its grifty. That is the gender studies degree. The gender studies degree is ridiculous. What is going on? Okay. Now everything's falling apart. Great. Just great. What is happening? Okay. My camera is okay. We're this is a live show, folks. This is a freaking live show, dude. Gender studies degrees have been one of the funniest degrees known to mankind. It's been one of those degrees that is completely a grift in order for you to stay in education forever. They're doing it because they know they can get away with it and take all your money. Gender studies degrees have been on the rise according to people. This is why they pay me the big bucks. Gender studies degrees have been on the rise according to some magazines, but there's a new report that have just come out that shows the amount of students that are actually applying to these programs. It's staggering. It's unbelievable. It's hilarious. And it shows, I think, the most insane and perfect picture of our culture and how things are absolutely changing. Even Donald Trump has come out and said this: gender studies programs are gay. When I say gay, I mean 90s gay. Can we go back to saying this? Is this okay to say? Is this okay to say this? Is this okay to say gay now? Can we say this now? Gender studies degrees are absolutely gay. Mike Johnson decides to ditch his last name after taking one gender studies course, says it reminds people of something else. Unreal. Why? What does Johnson remind you of? Disgusting. Elon Musk says, we need more H-1Bs to teach gender studies programs now. He has changed his tune. Kamala Harris said...
Professor Etonium super chatted $19.99. I got their gender studies right here.
Thank you so much for that $20 super chat, Professor. I appreciate you. We'll see what Donald Trump has to say about the gender studies degree with the Trump AI. Thank you so much for that $19 super chat, my friend. If you went back to college, would you get your gender studies degree? Can you imagine the kind of students that are in the gender studies programs? Can you imagine the kind of parents that are in gender studies programs that encourage their kids to go take gender studies programs? What do those parents look like? What do those children look like? And I think you can come up with a picture in it yourself. She's still continuing. How dare we say Merry Christmas? Even Biden said, Biden majoring in gender studies says that the degree made him what? When I wrote this, I was like, this sounds so ridiculous. Biden majoring in gender studies says the degree is what made him who Hunter Biden is today. I have no idea what that even means. What does that even mean, Biden? Thank you, Professor, for that $20 super chat. That is freaking monster. Trump AI better be making something amazing for your song. There's a new report that just recently came out, and we wait for Trump AI to come and bring us. Look at this. Look how shoddy that is. I need to fix my hope you like my new camera angle. My last camera angle was like shooting from above, and I just thought it looks so stupid. University of Iowa ditches Gender Studies Department, open school of social and cultural analysis. They have decided to ditch their Gender Studies Department in its totality due to a new bill that's limiting funding to these schools based on DEI practices. Finally, things are changing. Oh, so you mean that if we just take away the funding, if they promote this sort of thing, they'll just get rid of it? Are you telling me that these degrees and these colleges don't actually care about gender studies and they just are doing it because they're getting money from it? You mean they don't actually care? You mean they don't actually believe in the initiative of the DEI principles? Are you telling me that these people don't believe in equity? Are you saying that to my face? University of Iowa is closing the Gender Studies, Women's, and Sexual Studies Department and we're replacing with a newly created School of Social and Cultural Analysis. We're rebranding. We're changing their name. No more gender studies. We're having social and cultural analysis. The decision announced early this month follows a broader trend among public universities. Oh, here he is.
I got their ploink studies right here.
Uh-oh.
Well, what do we have here? Professor said they got some studies. Ain't that plump? 1999. That's the price they pay.
Hallelujah.
For some old knowledge, if that's what they crave.
Come on.
Come
on, brother.
Silver blue.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new.
I'm a mean man.
There's angle two. I'm singing the blues. Don't matter if they're there.
Hallelujah.
You'll get the same too.
Yeah.
These Zouk blues under the moon. Now I want to jealous.
Oh, come on, brother.
That ain't my style.
No, sir.
But 1999 for some studies, that's just wild.
Yeah.
They could have bought a new car or taken a trip.
That's true.
But instead, they chose this. Now, ain't that a flip?
Wow. Are you gonna hang out with us, Trump?
I'm gonna come.
Okay. Thanks so much for that $20 super chat. It just, man, for $20 you get a full song. That was awesome. Thank you. Follows a broader trend among public universities, particularly conservative-led states. So in states in Florida, Iowa, these sorts of places, they are slowly getting rid of gender studies. And I wanted to look up, because I've been looking up the statistics on gender studies programs, because I think it shows the cultural shift about what's happening right now. So in 2017, there was approximately 109,360 undergraduate students enrolled in women in gender studies courses. Okay, maybe Elon Musk has a point about the H-1Bs. That is so many students taking BS degrees, but I think it shows you how college students get wrapped up emotionally in things, and that's why you shouldn't trust them. With an average enrollment of 386 students per department. And so I looked up right now as well, because I couldn't see this entire article. It was pushing that you need to get in gender studies now. The grift isn't over. Nothing's changed. We need to be a part of this forever. And remember, the gender studies examines gender identity and representation and how gender interacts with other social, economic, and political factors, aka DEI bullcrap. So I looked up how many students are a part of the gender studies at Boulder University, one of the biggest libtard institutions. And the number was 100. 100 idiots enroll in the gender studies program. What do you do with that degree besides stay in higher education forever? What do you do with that degree? Now, here's Iowa freaking out about what's going on. And there is a professor that will come on in this video, and it's just hilarious to watch. They're watching their grift slowly die. And that's what's so exciting to me. The grift is ending. The grift of DEI and these woke idiots are slowly dying. And it's completely changing the course of studies, and probably for the best, I would say so.
The University of Iowa wants to open a new school of social and cultural analysis.
We call them professional students. Yeah, Wes, exactly, dude. I knew those guys. I knew those guys in school. I remember going to school and asking some of my friends what they're going to do, and I thought, what are you going to do with that degree? Why are you even here? And they're like, I don't know. I just don't know what to study, but I know I'm supposed to be here. Okay. What a waste of 4 years of your life, if that's what it is.
The University of Iowa wants to open a new school of social and cultural analysis. It would replace the Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies Department and would also get rid of majors in social justice and American studies. Our chief political reporter, Amanda Rooker.
What are we going to do without social justice and American studies? What are we going to do without these little commie bastards running around making our lives a living hell for the HR department? What are we going to do without these children screaming in our face, use your fucking gender now. Write your gender down. This isn't a joke. You think you can come up in my job? What are we going to do without these HR children screaming in the face of CEOs and managers? Use the appropriate terms. Use the appropriate terms. Wes says, I dated Juan for 6 years. She became a teacher eventually. And I think, yeah, you stay in education of some degree. What are we going to do without these programs, guys?
Cultural analysis. It would replace the Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies Department and would also get rid of majors in social justice and American studies. Our chief political reporter, Amanda Rooker, joins us now in the studio. Amanda, this proposed plan comes as Republican state lawmakers have ramped up criticism of these types of courses.
They have been, and last spring, state lawmakers passed a law restricting diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at Iowa's public universities, although that law does have exemptions for academic departments.
Yes.
Now, the University of Iowa says this restructuring would combine programs including African American studies, gender, women's, and sexuality studies, Jewish studies, indigenous studies, and several others into one school to better serve students and faculty.
Did you say Jewish studies? Okay, maybe we need it.
The University of Iowa wants to close its departments of American Studies and Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies. Instead, it would combine those departments into a new school, along with other programs like African American, Jewish, Latinx, Native American, and Indigenous studies. It would
Look, as somebody who's 1/117th Hispanic, I'm done with the word Latinx. We don't use that word. Wes says, with the amount of schooling she had, she could have been a doctor. Yeah. Stop giving out student loans would be a good start, says Willie. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Could you imagine getting rid of forgiving student loans? What it would do to our college system? No more student loans. No more loan forgiveness. You can't just... Doing gender studies, going to school for gender studies is for rich kids. That's for kids with moms and dads who grew up their whole life screaming in their face, you're going to go to college and you're going to like it. You're going to go to college because my son needs to have a higher education. I don't want my kid being an idiot. You're going to go. Those are for those parents. Those parents that don't even care what degree it is. They just have like this weird fantasy of like, you go to college, therefore everything is good in life. Therefore everything is good. Didn't Biden cancel the loan forgiveness? Yes, he did cancel it. He did. They, them gotta pay. Thank you for using the correct pronouns, Rob.
I'm gonna come.
Wes says we still give the loans for individuals who want to actually learn something worthwhile, but stop forgiving them. Yes.
Would also eliminate current majors in American Studies and Social Justice. Changes Republican state lawmaker Taylor Collins is celebrating.
This is the perfect example of the kind of wasteful spending that the legislature is talking about.
Collins is the chair of the new Iowa House.
Yeah, thank you for cutting him off. How dare we allow this white supremacist in our institution? Look at him. He's cornbread himself. Ugh, sick. Ugh, it's like a Hitler wet dream. Oh my God. What is this? I like that she cut him off. I like that they're making their own school out of it. We'll see if that school even survives.
Current majors in American Studies and Social Justice. Changes Republican state lawmaker Taylor Collins is celebrating.
This is the perfect example of the kind of wasteful spending that the legislature is talking about.
Collins is the chair of the new Iowa House Committee on Higher Education.
Our Board of Regents and the University of Iowa know that the Higher Education Committee was going to be looking at this issue. And so this is them trying to put out that fire before it was really started in Des Moines.
In a statement, the University of Iowa said the plan is, quote, part of a multi-year administrative restructure of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. According to the college, its American Studies and Social Justice programs have fewer than 60 students combined and, quote, have limited faculty and overlapping curricula.
This academic program not only was not focused on providing for the workforce needs of the state, but it also had less than 60 students. We have an entire department.
Are you kidding me? It's not providing a workforce? First of all, can we talk about your camera angle? What is, like, some big dude holding a camera above you, just like, yeah. Great angle. What is this angle shot? Get this angle out of here. We need the kids. We need these kids running around in our HR departments now. Not providing a workforce. Who else is going to teach my stupid course on gender studies that I'm forced to take in all colleges? Are we just going to have mathematicians do it? No, we need gender studies degrees to do it. We need these gender studies degrees to teach our children that their white supremacy has come to an end. They can't live in the same America no more. God. Okay. Restructuring. I love the word restructuring too.
Needs of the state, but it also had less than 60 students. We have an entire department who is focused on peddling an ideological agenda with no benefit to the constituents and taxpayers of the state.
But University of Iowa professor Lena Maria Murillo feels differently.
It's disappointing.
Okay, here she is. How disappointing do you think she's going to get? Will she start openly crying on air? We need these gender studies degrees. If we get rid of these gender studies degrees, what am I going to do with my job? Who's going to freaking hire me? Okay? Robert DeAngelo? No. She looks like Robert DeAngelo light. I just finished watching Matt Walsh's I Am Racist not too long ago, a couple days ago. Great film. If you haven't seen it, hilarious, pretty funny. Hilarious is a bit of a stretch, but pretty funny documentary. And the best part is when they make Robert DeAngelo give the black dude money for reparations out of her pocket. If you haven't seen that film, it's hilarious, but she looks exactly like her. It's funny in culture when you can just see people emulating and becoming their heroes, you know, like her heroes are these gender studies majors. So she wants to look and dress exactly like them. You can just see it. She looks like a gender studies degree walking from a mile away. Gender studies should be about two genders only. What the F are they teaching, Willie? Don't make me check your privilege on air. Gender is a social construct, and sex is biological. Okay. God. It's 2025. Don't you know this?
It's disappointing. It's sad.
She teaches gender studies and social justice courses and says she's seen a spike in student interest.
We've seen our majors grow, and in fact, social justice was one of the fastest growing majors of the units that are being sort of restructured in the new school of social and cultural analysis. So it is, again,
Can you say that one more time? It's the fastest growing degree in our new school of social and justice correction. What? See, not everybody would have caught that. Are you saying it's not the fastest degree at Iowa, but it's the fastest degree at this new sector that you've created? Because that's what I heard. Language is important. Name my gender, says Standing Mannequin. Obviously cisgendered. White male. Gross. I can feel your cisgenderness through the screen. It's disgusting. Literally makes me want to throw up, Standing Mannequin. Like, the idea of you even in my chat is a lot for me right now. I might just go to my safe space. I'll be right back.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
I can't handle this. I can't live on like this. I cannot handle this. Okay, I'm back. Are you saying I need a degree? Yes.
Social justice was one of the fastest growing majors of the units that are being sort of restructured in the new school of.
One more time, this is what I love. I love the scammers. You can feel a scammer from a mile away, can't you? Because the way that they frame their language is very hilarious to me. It's so funny to me because she thinks what she's saying is smart. She thinks what she's saying is spot on. Oh, we are the fastest growing degree. How dare you? In our small sector, in our little tiny college that we're starting right now. It's the fastest growing in this tiny sector. You didn't say all of Iowa, did you? I'm gonna come. You didn't say that. Fastest growing, i.e. we had one enrollee, now we have two, therefore 100% growth, says Tiff. Exactly. God, I love scammers so much. Their language, for those people that don't pay attention, it just goes over. They're like, oh, fastest, see? She said it's the fastest growing degree. So you're like, you just stripped away all of the context she gave for that degree. And you're like, I don't care. I'm taking things out of context to fit my narrative. And that's what's important. In today's America, don't just have a thought process. Make everything fit your own biases. Don't ever get checked on your own privilege.
Fastest growing majors of the units that are.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just have to hear it one more time. I know that's a lot.
In student interest.
We've seen our majors grow, and in fact, social justice was one of the fastest growing majors of the units that are being sort of restructured in the new school of social and cultural analysis. So it is, again, disappointing because it's clear that the students want these courses.
Maria also says students who've gone through the programs are contributing to Iowa's workforce and pushes back on some of the criticism.
We have students working in public health. We have students working in education.
We have students working in public health. We have students working in education. In 2024, we need to get rid of uptalk now. No more uptalk. If you uptalk me ever, get out of my face. I'm gonna come. Get out. I don't want you a part of my life. We have social justices. We do things this way. We work really hard. We try our best. And at your gender studies degree, you can talk like this. If you have a gender studies degree, you can talk like that. You can talk like this. You can do more of that. In this gender studies, stop it. How did that get into higher education? Why does higher education, why do professors sound so stupid? If you talk like this, you can say these things and I can do that. I'm in higher education, so I can say these things. I can talk this way. It shows that I'm being patronizing and looking down at you as an individual all at the same time. This is important. We're trying our best. We're doing our best things ever. Welcome to the gender studies majors. Okay, list off these for me one more time. Sorry.
Education. And then we have students here in the state of Iowa who are doing incredible work. Our intention as scholars, as thinkers, is not to.
God, I hate when people call themselves thinkers. I'm a thinker. Yeah, I think really hard on things. This says public health translation. We have people complaining to the hospital staff that they aren't gay enough for people to work in spinal surgery. I'm a higher thinker. You know, when I'm thinking, I'm not just thinking, I'm thinking higher. It's science. It's literally science. I'm a scholar. Okay. I have a PhD in gender studies. Yes, that makes me better than you at all the time. And don't just call me by my last name, O'Shea. Call me Dr. O'Shea. I'm a fucking doctor. Okay. I'm a gender studies major doctor, but I'm still a doctor nonetheless. I have just as much power as your spinal surgeon down the road. I'm a thinker. I'm a scholar. I'm a thinker. God, get these people out of our lives.
Here in the state of Iowa, who are doing incredible work, our intention as scholars, as thinkers, is not to indoctrinate people with any sort of ideology, but to offer them a place for free thought.
Oh my God. You know, it's like the scammers and grifters down deep down within their soul know that they are exactly that, a scammer and a grifter. I love that she calls herself out in this interview. Hey guys, it's not that we're trying to indoctrinate your children. Oh no. We're providing them the tools they need in order to be great Americans. We're providing the tools they need in order. Hey, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Neil Benjamin loves ice cream. Does he? Okay. He's just like Biden. Nice. Neil, do you have Alzheimer's? Check yourself in, brother. Check yourself in. I don't know why the sound effect didn't go off. I apologize. Don't you love these scammers? We're not trying to indoctrinate your children. We're trying to provide them with the highest level of education we could possibly have. And if you could have a world with more gender studies degrees, the world would be a better place. I know Elon and everyone at like Vivek is talking about how we need more engineers in the world or whatever crap. We'll import those. We'll import the engineers. We'll import the surgeons. We'll import the doctors. You will go to your hospital. You won't have English-speaking doctors, and it'll be great because everybody. Oh.
Willie from Radio sent a super chat for $2 and included the message. Neil Benjamin loves the cream.
Why was Trump in a sweatshirt for that? Why was God? Dude, Waffle House? I went to Waffle House for Christmas Eve. I love Waffle House.
A place for free thought.
Professor Murillo also wanted to make clear she was sharing her own opinion and not speaking on behalf of her colleagues or the college. She also said,
I just want to be clear. I'm not representing the college in any way. I'm doing this on my own. Oh my God, what a...
She is excited about the potential to work with new people and the potential new research opportunities if the proposed plans are approved.
Okay.
The state's Board of Regents will consider the University of Iowa's proposal in February, and if approved, those changes would take effect in July of next year. Ben.
Okay, Amanda, thank you.
Okay, Amanda, thank you. Thank you for that stupid report. Thanks for making our lives a living hell. Remember, DEI policies are slowly dwindling, so this isn't completely insane. So the students' levels are lower than ever. So averaging in 2017, there was about 86 students per department around colleges in 2017. But now in even Boulder, there's only 100 students enrolled. Now Boulder, you would think it would be higher. You would think they would be the one raising the bar for everyone, but it's incredibly low. And it's just so funny. So the University of Iowa announces plans to close Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies Department. They're reframing, they're rechanging their name for something that's better and scarier and deceiving. And I looked up new gender studies programs we could do. Here's a gender study program we can go to Berlin, Prague in the fall of 2025. I'm very excited about it. Guess what? You can go do a trip to Europe. You can go to Europe for this. I think this is all just so grifty. Look, you're not just going to get a gender studies degree. You're going to get an education in Europe. You're going to get a freaking state to study to return on investment. So Florida currently is studying the return on investment of gender studies programs, the ROI. Can you imagine what the ROI would be? Just absolute lunacy. And now that DEI programs are slowly dwindling, maybe this leftist was absolutely right in this.
I'm terrified! Listen to me, Republicans, listen! You are the people in history
No, you're losing your gender studies degree. It's over with. It's over. It's over with. Meet other gay people in Europe like you. Well, you don't want to be a part of this gender studies department at Charlton University? At Charlton, Utrecht, and Berlin, Prague in 2025. Are you curious about how gender, race, and ethnicity are experienced and understood in Western and Eastern Central Europe in comparison to United States? Can you imagine studying this? Are you ready to explore the challenges and insights in the latest feminist and queer theories cross-culturally? Have you ever wondered what you can do to effectively contest patriarchy, homophobia, and racism and transform the world for better? Yeah, we're not indoctrinating your kids. We're just giving them a whole set of new vocabulary, language, and framework in order to live out their life. Yeah, we're not indoctrinating. We're just doing exactly that. What the frick is going on? We're not indoctrinating. We're just, if you ask somebody in the 90s, hey, have you ever wondered what you can do to effectively contest patriarchy, homophobia, and racism and transform the world for the better? They would be like, get out of my face. I don't know what that means. Now that's some critical thinking. Afternoon, sports fans and wafflers. What's up, Ludwig? In 1984, Women's and Gender Studies in Europe has offered students a unique opportunity to explore feminist and queer theory and practices across Western and Eastern Europe. How do I apply to this? Should I apply? I feel like I should apply to this and then see how far I can take it. I wonder if okay. So here are some programs we could be interested in. Expected year, obviously this year. Program you're interested: Buddhist studies in Guyana, India, ecology and anthropology in Tanzania, women and gender studies in Europe. Duh. I feel like 90% of the dudes that go to these programs are just trying to sleep with these women. They're like, I can't make it with these right-wing women, but I can if I just say the right things and do the right things. These women will fall for me harder than me. Women in Gender Studies in Europe is great for students who love to travel and will look forward to relocating every 3 to 4 weeks. Students who are motivated to examine gender, race, queer. Students who are motivated to examine gender, race, queer, and sexuality issues in Western and Eastern Europe. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, someone has a mask on. Thank God. Asians. That's a lot of Asians. Beautiful pics, though. Patriarchy. Patriarchy. Oh, look. And that's my professor. She's incredible. Oh, God. This is like, this group of women, I think, is more frightening than the Navy SEALs attacking your door. If you had these 7 women at your door, run for your life. They will do things to you that you can't imagine. They are so enraged with patriarchal hate. Oh, here's some of the courses. Finally, we're getting to some of these courses. Okay. Social, political systems, and gender issues across Europe. This course examines the role of activism centered at gender, race, sexuality, and disability in shaping political life across Netherlands, Germany, and Czech Republic. Ugh. Wait, what? Topics include reproductive rights, LGBTQ politics, homo-nationalism, anti-genderism, sex work, migration? Wait, sex work, immigration, challenges facing women of color and Jewish people in Europe. What? Just threw that in there, Jewish people. What? The legacy of state socialism in Eastern Europe. I'm applying. I'm freaking applying right now. This sounds awesome. Poland is going to go out of war wokeness now that it's Prague. Poland is going to go all out war on wokeness. Yeah, Poland is very based. Thank you. You're welcome for checking it out. Okay. Gender studies, gender and biopolitics of health across Europe. I mean, look at these titles. And they're trying to figure out why nobody wants to take these courses anymore. The grift is over, folks. The grift is over. Analyzing the biopolitics of health across Western Europe and Central Eastern Europe political system. Case studies include medicalized childbirth, forced sterilization, immigration policies, the LGBTQ rights, critical theories on gender, sexuality, and race, and central. These all look terrible. Could you imagine paying for this? Could you imagine actually paying for this? How do questions of gender and sexuality, of ethnicity, and the national location figure out these debates? What? We pay close attention to questions arising from the hegemony of English as the global language of WGS and God. Ugh. This is a self-designed project. I love when colleges have that. Hey, in this course, you can study whatever you want, but we're going to take your money. You're like, I can do that on my freaking own. This is a self-designed project. At the topic will be determined by each student's research interests. It will build on readings by European women and sexual minorities, feminist and queer theory, cross-cultural theory, if applicable, principles of field research. Gross. Who are some of these faculty? Every woman has a nose ring. Why do these professors look exactly how you pictured? Why do each of these gender studies professors look exactly how you thought? Hi, I'm getting a cup of coffee. I'm here to lecture you. But we do support genders here. She looks like the absolute worst. She looks like my worst fear. Why don't you step in my office? I need to lecture you on some things. Ew. International law? Cum laude? All right. You know what? This is your life on the program. Just reading gender studies alone in a corner. Sad. It's sad. $26,000 for this 4-course program? What? Okay, I'm applying. I'm freaking applying. I'm freaking applying to this. This looks horrible. I don't understand any of that, says Willie. Willie, how dare you, man? If you don't understand gender studies, then you don't understand the cultural climate and patriarchal system in which you currently live in. You're part of the problem. I love that people are even studying the effects of gender studies going to get down to the bottom of it. What's the ROI on this stuff? The state board of governors plans to commission a study of the economic return of the women and gender studies programs at Florida public universities. One lawmaker warned the effort is trying to state an argument to get rid of the programs. Yeah, you're already coming into it with that bias. You're already coming academic hotbed. It's okay, Derek, if it includes meals. It does, I think. But you have to cook it if you're a male. You think you can come up in a gender studies program and get women to cook for you? No. Absolutely not. Can you imagine? Hey, when are you guys gonna cook me a meal? Huh, ladies? I don't cook at home. The women cook for me. Oh no, have you not learned anything about this program? What the What is your problem? Dan is part of the problem. I know, I knew it. The governors who oversee the state university system include such programs at specific universities. There's no requirement for the board of governors return of. There is no state requirement for the Board of Governors to study the return on investments of its programs. When asked what prompted the pilot, the board pointed to the University of North Carolina, saying the system found helpful its recent Deloitte Commission study of the ROI of these programs. I mean, what could be the ROI of any of these programs? You get to stay in. The ROI is for the colleges. I mean, that's literally all it is. Hey, we'll take your money. We'll take your money. Don't worry, we'll take your freaking money. Feminism, men are evil. Also feminism, women are equal to men. Yeah. Therefore, women are evil. It's science. I love when people, you could just feel the bias in some of these, in this language from this. This is written by gender studies majors. Professors of women and gender studies nationwide say that students' interest in the field is blossoming. Even, look, everyone's excited to work here at this new pyramid scheme. Everyone is pumped to be here. If you don't join our ranks and be a part of our pyramid scheme, then what are you even doing with your freaking life? Be a part. Professors of women and gender studies nationwide say the students' interest in the field is blossoming, even as their work is being impacted by right-wing criticism. What's up, Justin? The report entitled Protecting Our Futures, Challenges and Strategies for Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies uses data gathered from 244 women and gender studies departments across the country in early 2023. The research has prompted in large part by attacks against the women and gender studies discipline, as well as against diversity, equity, and inclusion more broadly. I am so ready for these words to be done with. I am ready for equity, inclusion. What are you against equity? What are you against including people? I'm so ready for these words just to go away. And the funniest part is I love watching people who are a part of this cult, are a part of this thought process, and you watch them hold on as hard as they can to this grift. They're going to hold on as hard as they can and try to justify their own ideology because they have put so much time and effort into it. It's like you could take any religion. If all of a sudden the culture goes away from their religion, you watch them hold on to everything that they can. But this doesn't have a long history of tradition and community around it. So it will slowly die quickly. Bye. Well, in like 20 years, we're going to be like, remember gender studies degrees? What a stupid time that we were alive. At least that's my hope. We could have a new influx of psychopaths that try to take over. What they'll try to do when it comes to this kind of stuff, what they'll try to do with the gender studies degrees is that they'll just rebrand it as something else. They'll rebrand it with another name because that's what leftards do. If they feel they care about their policies so much that they'll just rebrand it in a different way. It's like, it's not abortion, it's reproductive health. You're like, what? How is that healthy? How is anything about that health? You're killing a baby. Okay, let's just call it what it is. No, we need to rebrand it. We can't, people don't just subscribe to our psychotic ideology. We have to brand it the right way. We have to brand our gender studies degrees differently. It's figuring out the social norms. It's a sociology degree. What do you think it is? Justin says, I can't wait till I'm not racist for not liking a movie. You still are. You'll always be. You'll always be racist in my book, Justin. Nobody's bigger racist than Justin. Everyone knows, everyone put in the chat, Justin's a racist. I'm just ready for the rebrand. Make the rebrand happen now. Make the rebrand happen now. And if this doesn't give you an idea of what your kids will turn out to be, I don't know what will. All right, guys, I'm going to head off. I'm going into the job. That's my face right now. We'll go live later tonight, and we're going to do a little remembering 2024 together. Maybe be a little drinks, a little chilling, a little happiness, a little fun. Little lighthearted, good vibes only, though. So come in, come hang out, say goodbye to 2024 because it's going bye-bye. And will we survive? Will we make it to the end of January? Will January 20th even happen? We'll make all those predictions. I'm excited. All right, guys, if you don't mind dropping a like, I've greatly appreciated every single one of you guys for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys later tonight, all right? Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out. Come hang out. Come hang out. Man, I am still coming back to life from drinking and eating myself into a coma.